Stadium, a match between Inamba Murugamba team and the Congo Viettel team from Vietnam, and it is Inamba Murugamba that won the match with 4-2. And for the fourth time, specialist physicians in congenital diseases from Emergency Onless NGO have organized a screening campaign at Umugiraneza Polyclinic in Kibimba for children born with congenital malformations. Those kids will be transferred to Uganda for surgery. Jidonata Isaba for the report.
We started the collaboration with Umugiraneza Polyclinic exactly 2 years ago in May-June 2023. And we are here to visit, to screen children with complex surgical disease, and we are here that we can operate in our center in Entebbe, and we are here also to do the follow-up of many children that we have already operated in Entebbe and now are back here in Burundi and are followed by Umugiraneza Polyclinic.
And these new children that you are making a follow-up here, when are you going to take them to Uganda, or when are you going to transfer them?
So the patient will be transferred according with their severity of disease, and usually we are able to transfer all children that we will visit in these 2 days in the next 3, 4, 5 months maximum. All of them will be in Entebbe.
Thank you very much.
Closure this Monday of the April 2025 parliamentary session, which marks the last session of 2020-2025 mandate. Daniel Gilas Ndabilaba, the National Assembly Speaker, after thanking the MPs for the work accomplished, has invited them to continue fulfilling their duties until the new legislature begins. Jivan Deshimie has the story.
The closing ceremony of the ordinary parliamentary session of April 2025, which marked the end of the 2020-2025 legislature, was highlighted by a speech from the Speaker of the National Assembly, Gerard Daniel Ndabidabe, who presented the report on the activities carried out. He stated that during the April parliamentary session, the National Assembly analyzed and passed 3 bills: the draft law setting the general state budget for the 2025-2026 financial year, the draft law on budget regulations and reporting for the 2023-2024 financial year, and the draft law amending the legislation governing cooperatives societies in Burundi. Regarding oversight and support for government action, members of parliament meeting in a plenary session received the report on the implementation of the government's annual budget work plan for the first half of the 2024-2025 fiscal year. Several members of the government also appeared before Parliament to provide clarifications on various issues. The National Assembly further held plenary sessions to follow the presentation of various reports and to conduct the election of new members of the National Independent Commission for Human Rights (CNIDH). In general, as highlighted by the Speaker, during the 2022-2025 legislature, the National Assembly analyzed and adopted 152 bills and initiated 2 laws. Gerard Daniel Ndabidabe congratulated the deputies for having served the country with dedication. The closing ceremony was attended by the President of the Constitutional Court, members of the government, representatives of the diplomatic corps and the international organizations, high-ranking officials from the defense and the security forces, and others.
The Japanese delegation, led by a member of parliament, visited Bujumbura port this Monday. Not that Japan has contributed to the modernization of the port by constructing new infrastructure.
Certain materials, however, this workshop currently lacks trained technicians. The head of the delegation indicated that they are ready to organize training sessions to address this issue. The delegation also visited the Public Transport Office, OTRACO, an institution supported by the Japan since 1987. Japan has built administrative and technical blocks, a garage, and has also provided transport buses. The Director General of Otraco, Françoise Ngozirazana, stated that the transport sector, which had faced many challenges, has significantly improved thanks to the bilateral cooperation between Burundi and Japan. In the health sector, the Japanese delegation visited Prince Jean-Charles Hospital. This hospital has been supported by Japan since 1993 through the provision of equipment and infrastructure. The Japanese delegation promised that in the next budget a scanner will be included. It should be noted that the hospital previously had a scanner, but it functioned for only 1 year.
In our sport review page now, we highlight Nkurunziza Cup finals between the Black Eagle and the Vietnamese team, the Congo Vietnam, as well as the karate and the swimming. Maria Sumigwa has the story.
It was at 4 p.m. one day, the Congo Vietnam team arrived at Mekio Ndadaye International Airport in Bujumbura to play against the Black Eagle in the finals of its 5th edition of Nkurunziza Cup. The match took place at Eagles Stadium in Makamba province, while Nkurunziza Peace Park Complex Stadium. At Nkurunziza Peace Park Complex Stadium, the first goal was scored by Sostene Ndaikengurukye at the 53 minutes, and at 77 minutes, Karim Kamana scored a second goal before finalizing at 3-0 by the same scorer at the 83 minutes. Therefore, Black Eagle, the fighters, received the cup and an envelope of 50 million Burundian francs. The Congo Vietnam received 40 million BIF. Amidst the overwhelming enthusiasm of the country's highest authorities, the Black Eagle team coach had also an extremely happiness after his victory. Sinapi Company, one of the event's partners, also expressed the satisfaction with this event. In karate, the Burundian Karate Federation has just established a new governing body since Sunday. Sylvain Zikororihe from the Washide Karate Club operating in Muzie Rutana province was elected to lead this Burundian Karate Federation for 4 years, thus promising to promote karate as a sport, but also karate as a source of income through training of young people for practitioners in order to align with the vision of Burundi, an emerging country by 2040 and a developed one by 2060. At the Burundian Aquatic Sports Federation on Saturday, a meeting was organized to assess the achievements of 2024 as well as the projects to be achieved in 2025, including the establishment of a preparatory committee for the general elections scheduled in the coming deadlines.
In world news now, heat dome continues over France. Temperatures in the French capital are expected to reach 77 Celsius degrees tomorrow. Take a look.
Paris swelters under a blanket of stifling heat. Tourists come to visit the capital have struggled to handle the unprecedented heat wave.
We made a schedule for the trip, but we have to split like early activities and the evening activities because we have an elder person and we have to look for a place to settle down and drink some water because it's hard to stay outside in the middle of the day.
Driven by what meteorologists call a heat dome, hot air is trapped above the region while cooler systems are blocked out. And it's set to get even hotter, with temperatures peaking Wednesday. Scorching forecasts could continue into the middle of next week. In the south of the country, temperatures climbed to over 40 degrees over the weekend. And multiple wildfires have broken out across France since Friday, fueled by hot and dry weather. Sunday evening, an interministerial meeting was held in Paris to coordinate a response to the blazing temperatures.
So we're entering a period of intense weather. It's very widespread and looks set to last a long time. We have the two major challenges that we have to manage with our colleagues. First, there are the consequences in terms of public health, because those most affected are the most vulnerable. Then, there's our contact with mayors, who are already taking action.
The government has placed 84 of France's 101 departments under alert for the heat wave. urging citizens to stay out of the sun and check on vulnerable populations, notably the elderly and the handicapped. Amid the rising temperatures, many schools across the country have announced that they will close during the beginning of the week.
In Spain, world temperatures reached 46 degrees in the city of Seville over the weekend. In Italy, 21 cities are in extreme heat. Take a look again.
Here in Seville, residents are sizzling. As a heat wave grips large parts of Europe, Spain is grappling with its hottest June on record, with temperatures climbing above 40 degrees Celsius across much of the country.
It's awful, it makes me collapse. We need to be looking for shade constantly. We were given these bracelets to track our body heat.
I feel terrible. I can't sleep well and have insomnia. I also get heat strokes. I stop eating and I just can't focus. Further north in the capital, Madrid, sweltering residents seek relief from the blazing sun at the sprinklers and cooling units installed in public areas. This is clearly climate change. I don't think we've ever experienced anything like this before. The heat in Madrid isn't like anywhere else.
It's not just Spain with red heat warnings. Neighbouring Portugal has enforced them too, with almost all inland areas at risk of wildfires. In Lisbon, pharmacists have been advising people not to go out during critical heat hours.
If people must go out, they should protect themselves well, wear light clothing, a hat, and remain hydrated. But we've already had some cases of heat stroke and burns.
In the Italian capital, tourists are braving the heat armed with fans and umbrellas and trying not to fry.
We often put the dog in the bag because his paws are burning and he can't walk because he's panting, and it's too hot for us too.
Humidity-wise, it's much higher, so it's a different type of hot. It's true, everyone, it's kind of like a sauna.
The stifling temperatures are exacerbated by the heat dome hovering over Europe. It occurs when high pressure lingers over the same area, trapping warm air underneath like the lid on a saucepan. It's expected the mercury will continue to soar in the coming days as authorities across the bloc continue to issue warnings and measures.
Well, this is the end of this English news edition. Thank you for attention. Have a good time.